Good morning everyone. So welcome to the lecture number 6 of the chapter number 8. In its previous lecture we have discussed first type of quadrilateral, where we have discussed what is a parallelogram and what are the different properties, like what are the compulsory, what are the optional properties of a parallelogram. And today in this lecture we will discuss about the kite and its properties, which is the second type of quadrilateral. Okay, so let's start with the kite, the second type of quadrilateral, right? So before discussing about the properties of kite, we have to first draw the diagram of a kite. You also know what is the diagram of a kite? Yes or no? Yes. So let's draw it. So this is the example or diagram of a kite. Okay. So wait, just wait. This is the, okay. So this is the diagram of a kite. Since it is a quadrilateral, that means it has how many sides? It has 4 sides, right? AB, BC, CD and DA. Okay. Now, let us understand different properties of a kite. Which property must be followed by a quadrilateral in order to be a kite? Okay, what is the first property? The first property is that it must be a quadrilateral. If it is not a quadrilateral, then how can it be a kite? So the first property is it must be a quadrilateral. Okay. So it must be a quadrilateral, right? Here A, B, C, D is a quadrilateral. Okay, I am considering this a case. A, B, C, D is a quadrilateral. Understood? Coming to the second properties. The second property tells you that the pair of consecutive sides are equal. Which sides? Consecutive sides. Okay. Just find the consecutive side. You know what is the meaning of consecutive sides? Yes. If we consider the side AB, right? If we consider the side AB, then can we write AD is its consecutive sides? Definitely we can write, because AB is related to AD. They have a common common vertex A. So AB and AD are two consecutive sides. AB and AD are two consecutive sides. Okay. According to the second property of kite, it gives you that, it states you that the two pair of consecutive sides are equal. It means the distance of AB must be equal to the distance of AD, because they are consecutive. So this distance is equal to this distance. Clear? Now if we consider BC, then can we write CD is a consecutive side of BC? Definitely, because BC and CD has a common vertex. They start from a common point. So BC and CD are two consecutive sides. So according to the second property, BC must be equal to CD. Understood? So let us write the second property. What is the second property? It tells you that the pair of consecutive sides must be equal. Okay, you cannot write AB and BC. No. AB and AD, BC and CD. Understood? So, pair of consecutive sides are what? Are equal. So, for this diagram, we have taken which two sides are equal? AB and AD are equal. AB is equal to AD and BC is equal to CD. Right? So this is the second property. Understood? Moving to the third property. The third property tells you about the diagonals. Right? As you know, since it is a quadrilateral, then how many diagonal it has? It has how many diagonal? It has 2 diagonal. Any quadrilateral has 2 diagonal. The first diagonal is AC. Right? And the second diagonal is BD. Diagonal are the line joining any two non-consecutive vertex. So join A and C, AC, and B and D, BD. So it is 2 diagonal. Right. Now the third property is out of the two diagonal, one diagonal is bisected by other diagonal. It means one diagonal bisects the other diagonal. Now tell me, bisects means what? Bisects means it must be divided into two equal half, right? Since SC is a diagonal and BD is a diagonal, they meet each other at a common point. This point is known as point of intersection. Now tell me, which diagonal seems to be bisected? As you can see, this distance AO and this distance CU does not seem to be equal. Are they seem to be equal? It is very large, it is very small. So can we say SC is bisected? No, SC is not bisected. Clear? Can we write OB is equal to OD? Though they are different, but they seems to be quite equal. Yes or no? They seems to be quite equal. The length of OB is quite equal to length of OD. Okay. Since I am drawing this, that is why there is some difficulties in understanding the length. But in actual case, the distance of OB and the distance of OD are equal. Then tell me, out of SC and BD, which diagonal is bisected? BD diagonal is bisected because this distance is equal to this distance. So BD diagonal is bisected. By which diagonal? By this diagonal. By this line. So AC bisects BD. Okay. Since BD is bisected, that means this distance BO must be equal to this distance. Clear? Next thing. We can write it. Out of two diagonal, one diagonal, okay, bisects the other diagonal. Okay, one diagonal bisects the other diagonal. Right? So in this case, which diagonal bisects the other diagonal? Here, SC diagonal bisects BD. Here, SC bisects BD. Understood? Now, since BD is bisected, that means this distance is equal to this distance. Implies BO is equal to DO. Are you getting this point? BO is equal to DO because this diagonal is bisected. But no, this diagonal is not bisected. No, you can't write AO is equal to CO. No. They are not equal. Okay, so at the point of intersection, BD is bisected by SC. Next properties. Next properties is also about the diagonals. Okay, so what is the next property? The next property is that the angle between SC and BD is 90 degree. The angle between SC and BD diagonal is 90 degree. That means this angle is 90. This angle is also 90. Right? Because these are the angle between SC and BD. This is also 90. So what we can write? We can write that AC is perpendicular to BD. Why? Because angle between them is 90 degree. Understood? AC is perpendicular to BD. Clear? So the fourth property is one diagonal, or simply you can write the two diagonals are perpendicular to each other. The two diagonals are perpendicular to each other. To each other. So how we can write mathematically? You can write SC is perpendicular to BD. Sorry, this is BD. Okay. So what we can conclude from the property 3 and property 4? In property 3 we have discussed that SC bisects BD. In property 4 we have discussed that SC is perpendicular to BD. If we combine these two properties, then what we can write? We can write SC is the perpendicular bisector of BD. Perpendicular means 90 degree. Bisector means it divides BD. So combinedly, you can write these two properties combinedly. If you want, then you can write them combinedly. You need not to write these two properties separately. Okay. So you have to write what? You have to write that the one diagonal is the perpendicular bisector of another. Okay, so one diagonal is perpendicular bisector of another. Perpendicular means they are 90 degree. Bisector means it bisect BD. So instead of writing this two property, you can write this property. Okay, this property determines these two properties. Okay, so it's your choice. Either you can write this two property or you can write this property. Clear? So these are the four properties. Now coming to the last property of this kite, which is also an important property. What is it? Let's write it here. The fifth property is that the diagonal which is not bisected, okay, the diagonal which is not bisected is an angle bisector. It means what? Tell me, what is the meaning of this sentence? The diagonal which is not bisected, or you can write the diagonal which bisects another diagonal, okay, also bisects the two vertical angle, or they are known as angle bisector. This diagonal AC bisects this angle. That means this and this are equal. That diagonal AC also bisects this angle. That means this is equal to this. Okay, so simply you can write the diagonal which bisects another diagonal also bisect the two vertical angle. Okay, so write it fast. The diagonal which bisects another diagonal, right, also bisects the two vertical angle. Also bisects the two vertical angle. These two are known as vertical angle. Okay, vertical angle. Or simply you can write they are the angle bisector of the two vertical angle. They are the angle bisector. That means this angle is equal to this angle and this angle is equal to this angle. Or angle bisector. Most important point. This is the most important point. You have to remind it. Okay. Now here the diagonal AC bisects the angle A. Okay. So here you can write here the diagonal AC bisects angle A. Okay. So AC bisects angle A. Similarly, this diagonal AC also bisects this angle. Okay, which angle? An angle C. So out of the two diagonal, only one diagonal is the perpendicular bisector of BD, as well as it also bisects the two opposite vertical angles. Okay, that is why it is also known as angle bisector of angle A and angle C. Understood? So these five are the most important basic properties of a kite. In order to be a kite, a quadrilateral must follow all these five properties. Okay, so let us understand, let us discuss about those five properties again. The first property is that in order to be a kite, it must be a quadrilateral. Understood? The second property is that the pair of consecutive sides must be equal. That means AB is equal to AD and BC is equal to CD. Right? Third property is that third and fourth property are the combined property. You can write them combinedly or you can write them separately. Okay. So the third property is that out of the two diagonal, one diagonal bisects the other diagonal. And the fourth property, that diagonal bisects the other diagonal. And also it is perpendicular to the other diagonal. That is why AC is known as perpendicular bisector of BD. So here you can write AC is perpendicular bisector of BD. Okay, it means AC bisects BD as well as AC is perpendicular to BD. And third and foremost property is that this diagonal AC bisects the two opposite vertical angle. Okay, two opposite. Here you can write opposite. OPPO SITE. Opposite vertical angle. That means SE is the angle bisector of angle A and angle C. Understood? So these are the properties of kite. And in the next class, we will discuss about another type of quadrilateral which is known as rectangle. Okay.